Today I'm going to show you how to build a simple invoice form in Excel using userforms. Perfect if you're just getting started with automating your invoicing. And if you want to skip the build and get the full version with save, search, PDF export and client tracking, you can grab the complete invoice management system from our Etsy store, link in the bio or in the description. Alright, let's get started creating the invoice form. If you want to follow along, I've dropped a free download link to the starter sheet in the description. No email, no sign up, just straight from Google Drive. Let's jump in. Alt F11, go to Visual Basic, insert user form. We're gonna start by calling it FRM, simple invoice. And the name can be invoice form. Then let's put the height to 420 and the width to 530. Like so. And then we need to put our elements in. We need our text box here. Like so. This is gonna be the text box for the invoice ID. TXT invoice ID. The next is our combo box. So we're gonna call that CMB customer name. Then we have our text box for the date. Copy paste this. And we're gonna call it TXT invoice date. Copy paste this. And this will be our due date. TXT due date. And then let's copy the combo box because we're gonna need a combo box here. That should be our item name. CMB item name. Then we're gonna have some labels. And here we're gonna have invoice ID. Let's change the font here. Use this one. Bold and curvy. Next one is customer name. Invoice date and due date. And then we have our item name here. All right, then we're gonna move these two down a little bit for now. Maybe make this a little bit smaller. We can do the design after. Then let's copy paste this. This is our description. Here we have our unit price, quantity, and our total. So we have our labels from 1 to 9 here. And then we're gonna have a label under this that we're just gonna write like this, because whatever item name we pop in here, the description should be automatically popping up here. That's gonna make sense in a bit. So this label we're gonna name LBL description. And then this one we're gonna name LBL unit price. And LBL total. And then we're gonna have a text box here for the quantity. And we're gonna call that txt quantity. Then we're gonna have a list box that displays all the items we have listed here. And we're gonna call that LST items. Let's make it a little bit smaller here because we need 2 command buttons below here. Generate invoice, GMD generate invoice, and the next one export to PDF. And we're gonna call that CMD PDF. Then I want to move this up a little bit, maybe like so, and then we can move this further up. Something like this. And then we have 2 buttons more. And that should be an add and remove button. So here we have add. And we can call that CMD add item. And this one we can call remove, CMD remove item. That's it. That's our form. Now we need to code it so it has the custom names. And the custom name will just be a simple add item, but we can also have it populate from a sheet. But for this tutorial, we're just gonna edit the code inside the form. And the item name list is gonna draw from the item database we have in this workbook. And then we need to do some design and make all these buttons work so it populates the invoice. So we can generate invoice and export it. Let's start by double tapping the user form. Now you're in the user form code, the private sub user form click event. So we can go to user form initialize. This is when it's loading the user form, we can write the code here. But I actually want to start by writing a submodule to that where we style the user form with colors and make it more modern in the style, so to speak. So let's do that by writing private sub apply style styled pop form. And we're gonna start that with setting form background once. So we can write set form background. This is just a note. We're gonna do me dot back color equal RAB 10, 45, 55. And let's just call it from the initializer. And then we can call it to test it out. Actually, let's just copy paste this. All right, so you can see there's some adjustments we need to do. But what is basically have done is changing the background color of the form. So now we can test it by just opening the form as we code more and more. So that was the background. So now we're going to move to the labels. me.label.backcolor. Copy this because it will be the same. Label 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, and 9. So now it's set the background of all the labels also. We're gonna change the labels to yellow. And we're also gonna fix the buttons and move things around. One step at a time. Then we're gonna set LBL description to the same back color. The same for LBL unit price, LBL total, and now you can see also this has the same back color. Then we're gonna set the font color, and the way we're gonna do that is me dot label 1 dot forecolor equal RAB 255, 204, 0. That's yellow. Two, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, and 9. So now you can see start coming together the yellow labels here. The same for these two things. So we can just copy paste this all the way to .4 color and do LBL description, LBL unit price, LBL total, and now we should be good to go. So now you can see these are also yellow. And the idea is when you select an item here, the description pops up immediately, and the same with the unit price. And then this says 0 or a line here. And when you put in 2, it multiply the unit price with 2 and writes it in the total. That's the idea. Let's make some space here. Then we have other shared colors with input. We're going to write some variables here. Dim input bg as long input bg equal RAB 255, 255, 255. Then we're going to dim input text as long. Input text equal RIB 0, 0, 0. Then we're going to dim list BG as long. List BG equal RIB 255, 255, 255. Dim VTN accent as long. VTN accent equal RIB 255, 204, 0. DM yellow font as long. Yellow font equal RIB 255, 204, 0. Then we're gonna do a form style with me.font.name equal, and we're gonna use Sergio UI, and then we're gonna do a .font.size equal 10 end width, and then we're gonna apply the styling. And we're gonna do with dim CTL as control for each CTL in me.controls. Select case true. Case type of CTL is text box, or type of CTL is combo box. CTL.backcolor equal input BG. CTL.forecolor input text. CTL.border style equal single. Case type of CTL is listbox. Then we're going to do a CTL.backcolor list VG. CTL.forecolor equal input text, and CTL.font.size equal 9. And in case we have a command button, we're going to write a case type of CTL is command button. Then we want CTL.backcolor equal BTN accent, and CTL.forecolor equal input text. CTL.font.bold equal true. CTL.font.size equal 10, and select. Then we're gonna do a next CTL, and then we're gonna end the sub. We have an end sub here. All right, let's test it here by running the form. So now you can see we have the styling handled. Now we need to code it, and I actually want to code every element first, and then we can move around maybe make these buttons a little bit smaller and expand this list box and so on. It's easier when you have data in it, because then we can do the final touch of the design. So now we're going to code it, and that's going to be very exciting. So when we can fill in this form, it populates the invoice and we can convert it to a PDF. Thanks for watching this video. In part 2, we're gonna code the rest of the user form so it will be functional and you can enter your invoices into the template. Click on the next video popping up here to watch parts 2.